mulliganing here. Looks like it's only mulliganing one.
I think it was bigger in Italy because it was something that they all realized was going to be really damaging to their own meta. Our meta doesn't actually flood the board quite as often. Especially today, I saw a lot more of the ruler swing with Ragnaroks between Bloody Snow Whites and Canes and Grimia. And that one guy who threw a Ragnarok in
Looking
an
at Andy's hand, that's rough. I mean, he has the Priest, he has the Gretel. And so we're going to see a... Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Quick Cinderella he's holding?
Yeah, also Cinderella. Alright, here comes Priest.
No surprise there.
Yep.
Ken has a Thunder for it, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
he does.
That has to happen.
That's
Thunder
awesome.
bait.
There's no...
Ooh.
See, I would just go snap get another Laura here.
Yeah, flood the board
He
with
may
little...
have another one in hand, or he may have a stronger turn 3 play that he thinks he can cast. Potentially if he has 0 in hand. The only thing is he doesn't know for sure if he's going to get that double black.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a couple Cats, which is pretty good against Pandora here.
Yep, there's Gretel. We know that it's going to hit. Wow. Looks like double flame, double flame, double stoning, and a Cinderella, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he missed that second black, but I don't know if he needed it. And he's taking 300.
Andy Tam ups to 3,700. Yeah, he's
That might be why he didn't search for the Laura.
No.
Also questionable because he also didn't know if he had double green going into that play.
Yeah. And just let the Gretel through for 2.
Oh yeah, you snap let that through. You can't risk losing anything. Not when
One
you're
Thunder
playing,
and
yeah, not
it's
when
over.
you're playing against
Well,
those are
this
good
is
stuff.
actually kind of interesting because yes, the hand's going to empty, but that means that flipping Scheherazade to draw a card, when she's flipped, you're going to be able to just keep drawing 2
Yeah.
as you're empty. So.
You are going to draw a card on your turn, though. You don't get to draw it right away, and if you draw, like, a Blazer or something, you're stuck with that card in your hand.
Right, but I've noticed that your deck plays a lot of instant, quick, and ready.
Yeah, you noticed that over
Yeah.
the last 2 rounds?
I think over the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Your games were
But yeah, he does have that option to draw the 2 off the Scheherazade.
At least until Andy packs something to get rid of it.
So there's a... Yeah, there's a stone draft in the graveyard, but nothing's died.
Something non-competitive that actually has great chances against Turbo Pandora we learned last night is just Cthulhu graveyard plays.
Yep. Yep.
It's just kind of ugly when you flip your opponent's hands and their deep ones or their elder things just start boosting over 1,000.
6? 5. I just played this.
So he has the Grus Ballista and Feathing to activate it if he needs to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be shocked if we don't see him kill it during the draw step.
Sure. For minors.
Yep. There we go.
Pretty standard.
Yep.
And with this board state, I don't know that Andy really wants to go flip it yet. Like, it's probably a good idea to get rid of his hand, but at the same time, he might need something else out there.
If Ken has Flames of Outer World in hand, he can put the Enter's Trigger on the sack and
Yep.
kill the ruler right away, and it's a good turn, but it's not the best turn.
Yeah, Zeke's is actually pretty busted.
Zeke's is the more than cryptic command of
Yeah.
the game.
In this game, Zeke's is,
Yeah.
for what it does, is ridiculous.
It's an answer to so many different decks in
That's a
different
good.
ways.
That's clutch right here for Ken. He got a Blazer resolved before
Oh.
Pandora flips. It's very good.
23. Oh, yeah.
I have 5. Yeah.
Yep, he's going for the deactivate.
Oh yeah, he has to. And then he did.
He did have the
flames.
flames, yeah.
Yep.
But I agree, playing Blazer there is more
Yeah.
important.
All much, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Is he? Oh, he's.
Yeah, no, he's.
Okay. That's interesting because he can just Grust Ballista that down, and he's either taking 11 or his ruler's becoming an Astro Ruler.
Oh, okay, I'll go.
Yes, thank you.
I don't know you play Necromicon, but you know, it mattered you do.
No.
Very honest.
He says that all the time too.
I kind of want to get a T-shirt with his face. And let's
Just
keep
keep
everybody
everybody
honest.
honest. Keep it on the up and up. What was the other one?
Well, now that he's passed the RA test, I'm sure that he's going to be saying that through the judging.
Yep. Interesting.
So Andy takes 11. Yeah, I
I
figured.
don't know that I would block with the cat there.
I would.
Well, it was that or the ruler, and for some reason he thought that it's important to have a 4/8 on the board.
Yeah, 4/8 seems questionable, especially with Ken running flames. Yeah, I mean, he only has a
Did
card.
Kevin not catch the life change?
It's 38 to 12 right now. Yeah, just
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you
Pay
haven't see the
attention.
card? Oh, he does have a flames in hand. Was that his top deck for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I know that the play here is swing, let him block, flames out the blocker, and get another 11 in.
Well, he's got more blockers in hand.
Ken takes 5.
Uh,
Goes at
yeah,
33.
but nothing on that board is surviving the flames. He gets his 11 in no matter
Yep.
what.
The issue is it's only 11. Well, he can
That puts-
he can hit for 11,
Yeah.
J-activate, and then go and get a
Thunder.
Thunder. But I'm
He's not resolving a Thunder, though.
Yeah,
He's got
not
Cake
resolving a
Zone.
Thunder at
No.
all.
No, but hand is starting to build, which means
Yeah. Drew a cat. More hand built.
Cost them.
Interesting. I don't know that I
It's
would
good
have
to-
called a stone yet.
I would have.
Maybe cast the cat, see what you get,
Yep.
then call your stone.
Well, right now, Ken's really not any. There's no pressure.
That draw was really good, I think.
Oh, let's see. What was it?
I think it's Cinderella
Was it stoning?
Slippers.
Does he have feasting in play?
Is stoning?
Oh, he doesn't have feasting. Oh.
Doesn't need it. He can recast it if he needs to.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he can do it immediately and reattack.
I think he's worried about an Exceed or a Zeke's though, and
That ruins his plays.
yep. I thought he was gonna Slippers the elf and then just try to go in for an unblockable attack.
Slippers on screen.
Oh, Cinderella slippers. And he's like, this card gets played? What?
Another reason why I may not have called the stone so readily is he does have the opportunity to flames and then draw the 2 if he did J-activate, but
Yeah.
he did not. That being said, Ken has gone a lot farther than we thought he would in this game 1.
Mm-hmm.
When his hand is
Oh, there's,
rebuilding, he's being very cautious about what to bother playing
Mm-hmm.
because he knows that he has to play through a lot of cancel.
Well, Andy's getting to the point where, he's got a pretty decent hand.
Just drew Seth, which is a very good card. And there he is.
Yep. A card that's very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
Oh,
No,
did you
I'm
I thought you
asking
said
you.
go. I thought you
No,
said
no.
go. I heard good.
No, it's okay.
Apologies.
I mean,
Here results. I'm sorry. I thought you said good.
It's okay.
But you said go, not good.
Bad.
Take it.
Ken takes 5. That's a Zeke's, a Cake Zone, an Elvish Priest, and something else.
That's one of those experienced player things. He said draw for the turn, but he moved the card,
Now
didn't
done.
look at it.
Now you
Easy
go.
to replace, doesn't
Sorry.
cause anything in the game.
That's a
an
habit you
easy
gotta build.
reset, yeah.
It's very, very good.
Because he totally misunderstood what his opponent had said, which happens.
Those are flames
On the
Seth.
Seth.
That's pretty good.
Big good.
Pretty good. We're gonna shrink that one.
Before the unrest.
Sunday?
Yeah, that's good.
I think he's trying to bait out a Zeke's or other counter by forcing him to give bonuses to it, so he can drop that Blazer on the board again.
Yeah, but his opponent knows that.
it's-
The
yeah.
Blazers known information. I don't think he'd fall for
Yeah,
it.
nah, not at
No.
this point. not
No,
this point
maybe in
time.
the earlier rounds, not in the top.
No,
one.
but I mean, one way he gets his Blazer out, the other way he removes the feat thing. He hasn't lost anything in his play set.
How many cards?
He likes to play every other turn really hard
No,
because
we
he loves
didn't have
the
any Bahamut
before
decks make it.
recovery and after recovery plays, and just wait.
Well, that's the style of the deck. One thing we did notice though is in other TCGs like Magic, it's common to wait till the very last moment. It's not the same in Forcible.
Yeah, you
The
got.
last moment's not
he
the
has
best
to,
moment.
He has to keep getting
Well,
mana stones here.
that's very important when doing things like the instant
Oh.
cast because you need to know when to
That's
drop
rough.
the thing down at the end of your opponent's turn versus when you might want to do it at the beginning of
Yeah.
yours.
Ken takes
for
4.
different effects.
Sure.
That becomes very relevant with 0 because you can 0 and then put a second one after you unrest, and it's -4 for the turn.
Which, of course, gets people throwing everything down Cinderella's throat.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm losing her.
Abandoned ship.
I saw somebody
Still
earlier
places.
There's a few
molest
things.
on Cinderella twice
There's Carmilla.
before banishing a board and clearing it.
We'll probably have a sack here.
Even the threat of power has power.
Even the threat of power has power.
This is it.
That is a very fitting quote here.
Yeah, Andy knows he can't counter this.
See.
No, he needs to save that for the Blazer. He's got Thunder, Cake Zone, Zeke's, so Zeke's is his only answer to
Yep.
impending doom.
This is rough. This is.
And he's already at. I mean, they're both low, but Andy has
Andy
to play.
cannot risk that Blazer.
Yeah.
It's looking really rough for Andy here.
Or you just draw another elf.
Yeah, he drew an elf.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Cake Zone is good for counter war, but
So,
It's a no.
when I was playing Salt in ARG St. Louis, I thought it was a great idea to remove the elves my dual opponent was using to get ramp on me with a Scheherazade, just clear it
We'll
out.
have a shrink on the elf.
What I'm learning is leaving the elves in the deck, just killing them smaller is so much better because that late game, they top deck an elf, you've got
Exactly.
more advantage.
So there's a shrunken
yeah, I
elf.
don't think I've.
I think
I would
removing
recommend-
Gretel's that way and feed things is much more effective.
Attack rate.
Gretel's questionable for the same reason. Featsing for sure. Featsing for sure. So he's baited that block and kill
Well,
again.
I mean, Andy has to block here.
Yeah.
There's no.
But he's got the -2 on it, so it's the damage is going
Maybe
through.
don't let it live if you don't block. Just take it. Maybe I'll become
He's like, I'll just take it. He's not
Alright,
even.
so Andy's down to 400.
price me and let
A
me help.
lowly thunder.
It's the best elf.
What
Is
is
that-
Ken holding? A Cake Zone
Um,
and unknown card.
400?
How many
You still shrink the. You
How
still
much damage does Scheherazade do?
No, he attacked with the Carmilla for
Oh,
800.
Carmilla.
you still shrink.
Oh yeah, you still should.
Yeah,
You got
you
plenty
kill
of stones out.
Yeah. Yeah. You get rid of a threat if he does well. Actually, what does he have? Another Carmilla?
Another Carmilla? Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Spicy.
Those
Even the threat of power has power.
Nah, that's game.
Yeah, that's...
Because even if he lets it resolve, he's still gonna kill it. Yeah.
Still got that blaze removed from game, threatening to come in at any time. And what did he just draw? Okay, another thunder, it looks like.
And you only won a blazer, right? Because you
We
just
have
split.
one in the main, one in the side. Right now it's the blazer and the Cthulhu is kind of one of searchable targets off of Scheherazade.
Yeah.
Not looking good for Andy on game 1.
Which is very surprising.
Yep.
Very surprising. And he had
In
a
fact,
pretty good
has
dark
Ken,
look.
has Ken even bothered to flip
No,
yet?
he hasn't yet.
So he
He's
can
made
just
it
go
this
get the
far,
thunder now.
and
There
he
you go.
scoops.
Yeah,
Yes,
Andy saw the time, saw
that
the
is
where
an
he gonna-
amazing.
So as far as decks that are good right now, Grim, Abdul, Scheherazade, Bahamut. Those are probably the 4 decks that I would
Yep.
say are really strong right
It's
now.
worth noting too that all of those, most of those can be built different ways. Grim's got Odd Grim, Bloody Grim. Bahamut has the werewolf option, the burn option, the werewolf burn option.
Oh, man.
Scheherazade, we've seen multiple builds. That's the elegant thing about that ruler. You can play almost anything with your mana fixing.
I'm fairly convinced that Grimia is a deck that people just aren't taking the time to learn to play properly, because I've seen some
Well,
amazing plays
the
today
thing-
and misplays by the Grimia
Yes.
players.
Well, the thing with Grimia is you have to walk a razor line. You make one mistake.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, like a lot of players will try to push it to literally the edge.
To
like,
the
oh, well,
1,000,
yeah, they'll push it
yes.
to the 1,000. His thing's like if you stumble and make one mistake, the game's over. You're
Yes.
just done. And so people.
The
think
first
it's-
lie, I think, is
which-
very important in
yes.
that deck, but that's also the card that takes the most skill to play properly.
Or there's another version that Uran's did with Whispers,
Yes, the
And-
darkness version.
and the Whispers one that uses Sinbad is pretty impressive.
Yes. I saw a couple different Grimia lists walking around. I would have loved to see on top
Grimia
8.
is something that's going to get a lot better as the game goes on, just because it's going to get more and more support.
Yep.
Percival coming out with the starter decks, especially with the Regalia coming in, is going to make that a much faster, stronger deck.
We're being too loud.
Oops.
It's in between games.
Between games. Well, the thing is, like, people need regalias are changing the meta. Period. End of story. So if you're not prepared to play with and against regalia at Rhode Island, you're going to lose. So-
I'm still waiting to see somebody Turbo Cane and hit for 39 by turn 2.
Yeah.
That's
How do you think it's going to go in Rhode Island, being one day after the set becomes legal?
As an old pro Magic player with only usually you have like a week spoiler and one day to build a deck anyway. I'm used to it. I love formats like that because you get to see some. Now, what'll happen is you'll have a lot of players that'll bring Grim, Abdul, Shahar. They'll bring these exact same decks and they'll just pick.
Yeah.
You know, oh well, this card's good. I know I'm gonna.
Yeah.
This replaces this. You know, that'll happen a lot. But
Do
I
you-
think you will see some. There'll be somebody that'll play something
might.
that is
Is,
just gonna throw.
Everybody seems to
Because
think that many
if
properties not
you've
doing
never
it
played against one of the new rulers,
Um,
how are you gonna play against it? I mean,
Yeah,
you've never.
you could proxy it and practice, I guess, but how likely is it you're actually going to see them?
Elves was being played today, but its kit gets so much stronger with
Oh
MOA.
my goodness.
That's going to
Yes.
be huge, and a lot of people, because they've never faced Christie, are learning very quickly that Christie kills Abdul. It's if that's your meta that you have to worry about, there you go.
I mean,
Bahamut, she's
Andy's
got
She
it.
play-
kills Bahamut, she kills
I mean, look at the sideboard. I mean, they both are
Dracula.
Christie. So.
Yep.
Keeping them all.
Well, Dracula was the original at 10. But,
That was, yeah.
But she does
Van
so much
Helsing.
more. Yeah, Van Helsing does.
That flavor is pretty obvious what it was intended for. Yes.
So tired. Been up for like 36 hours. We have an hour left. So good.
Looks like we missed a searching stone trigger. Well, Andy missed it.
Just here for the fun.
He goes, I'm just here for the fun. The cat says I'm here for the money. Is that what he said?
I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Seen his kind before.
Now, yeah.
Looks like Ken's got some Cinderella slippers. Slipper of Cinderella. There it is.
So I'm actually kind of interested. Like, he obviously decided that Abdul was not worth siding in here, seeing the flames in the groove of Celesta.
Well, no. I mean, you stay Scheherazade because if your hand gets down.
No, he's talking about Andy.
Oh.
Andy didn't switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, flames and Gross Ballestas, Abdul becomes a dead
But did Ken go get Groose Ballesta?
No, he got the red Blackstone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So obviously Ken was pretty sure he wasn't switching into any other
No,
ruler.
he gets to see the ruler before he chooses.
Yeah.
So
well,
he-
oh yeah,
you get to
because
see the
Andy
ruler
was on
first.
the Andy was on.
So
the
when he
flag.
saw Pandora, he got red black. If he saw Abdul, he probably gets Gross Ballesta.
Gotcha. That's your deck. You know it better.
Cat's killer. Go.
Thank you.
And-
It's fine.
I know.
He's got a handful of counter magic again.
Right. Later.
Are you already
Right.
prepped with the
Okay.
article for your deck? Is
Yeah,
that-
like 10
I think
stone.
Ken will be writing it this time.
No. I'll take it this time.
This time?
This
It's only
time.
2.
I know,
You can
I know.
afford that.
Ken takes 2.
You can afford that.
I love Andy trying to convince him that it's not that bad because a little bit of 2s. Now, he didn't see the last match, obviously, where those little bit of 2s were what.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those little bit of 2s got flames of the outer world.
That's black. Red.
Black, red. Yep.
So no 6.
This is
Is that a
11
turn 4
games.
fist Phales?
Mephistopheles. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
And
He's
Ken
going
is-
all in.
No.
No
No.
6. No 6. Now it's my time.
Before I
Gotta
mess.
play it now. Yep.
Stoning to death, yep.
That's a thunder.
That's an easy take
Yeah.
5.
Take the thunder fast.
Ken takes
I'm
5.
dying.
The 5 cost Thunder.
I'm glad I didn't kill that cat.
I'm glad I didn't kill
You were
that.
letting him die. You were gonna let him. You didn't care about him at all.
Oh, they are funny.
So,
They are both probably on the edge of their wits, wanting to go to
I don't
Japan.
know.
And I'm just looking over at
I
the.
Carmilla, I would've just-
I don't understand it. They both got their tickets, but that top 2 table, they're looking all stressed out.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, think about that
really want
matchup.
yeah.
I would be absolutely thrilled to see Brendan's list win this event. It's just so unique and different for this meta.
That one and the this, like I said before, that Snow White list. As soon
Yeah.
as that gets shown, going through the deck list and
No more
just-
gotta
yes.
play Abdul and Grim.
Here's the thing. I think he snap plays Seth here.
Oh yeah, before he flips to get
Oh yeah.
huge advantage.
He definitely.
Ken's got a flames in hand, doesn't he?
It's. I mean, it's gonna. It's
So
gonna
you're playing it.
basically-
How are you playing it? The question.
Well, let me know what you
He's-
think.
Yeah, then you tell me.
Sure.
Now you tell me.
He-
So,
Now you tell me it's resolving. Gross Ballesta is the only stone up. Yeah. Oh, I guess he's got Beat Thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's casting Zeeks off of a black green.
Well, Faith can be any color.
Well, his Gross Ballesta is his only option. For the
Black
other
red.
mana. Well,
Right
for
there.
for a counter. I was commenting.
Oh,
Andy
on
was
the
saying.
other side, yeah.
Andy was saying, now you tell me it resolves.
Gotcha. Yeah, that counter war. Look for permission isn't the way to say it. I'm playing this. It's resolving, and then see how they react to that.
Oh, you probably play the other Bowman here, don't you?
He's got to know that it's being flipped. Yeah,
Yeah.
there he goes.
Just to get card out.
Team Elf.
card top.
Team Elf.
Let's go.
I thought Pandora was supposed to be
Your
Team
turn.
Elf.
The one of the players was doing Crimson Girl Team Elf, and that Elf team was running into 16s and 24s with the Finas doubled.
Oh,
That was
wow.
it was a beautiful
Yep.
looking deck, but it was having trouble against a lot of just straight kill.
I mean, you
It's
can
a very
use
good
it,
play
use
there.
it, yeah.
Yeah, he knows
I
he's going to
can't.
lose his hand.
Once you
He's going to
understand
empty it as much as possible to
Yep.
make it not
Recover
as.
when you recover.
Is
good
he
of a
holding
trade.
another Thunder in hand? I was curious as to why he didn't attack with the Feasting last turn.
It's not even worth
I
it.
think he wanted to keep the.
He kept 4 mana up, which is kind of awkward.
Well,
With
he wanted to
Exceed
keep it
hand.
up because he wanted to cast the Bowman and the Feasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Right.
Well, he had passed with 4 mana up,
Oh.
so he could have attacked and
Yeah,
still had the
thousand.
3.
So
and there's
he-
the flip
yeah.
and the hand.
And he's got quite a board up for just having discarded his whole hand.
How many cards?
And he does have.
Did he just draw a flame again?
Did he?
Just like game
Did he
1?
just draw? Nothing? If he did, that's being snapcasted.
Oh, yeah. Or is that a Laura? I can't tell.
That looks like a Laura.
Check it.
I think he
Yeah,
might
he's
go
going
get
to
the
get the
flames.
flames.
He's
Yeah.
going to get the flames. Yeah. There's no reason not to.
Search.
Well, his opponent's out. Oh,
AFA.
but he doesn't have enough stones for it. I was about to say maybe he goes for the Blazer play again, but he just doesn't have the will available.
He's
Yeah,
holding
no.
on to a lot of counter magic again, and 1 Necronomicon. There it is.
So I thought you said.
Boom.
Attack for 11.
Yeah.
Attack for 11. Andy trumps at
That was
29.
40, right?
That's correct, yeah. 29, and you can go.
He's tapped
Ken's
out. so
trying hard.
Andy's got a chance to.
He's beating
gotta
through
come
the
back.
Pandora flip. So was that? It must have been a Laura in hand.
Which at this point,
It's really
just
good.
go get more Laura until you need to get your Carmilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that all day.
He just passed.
Our local store owner wanted to play a Dracula deck, and his favorite play is Laura into Laura into Laura into Laura. Eventually he gets a Carmilla, but he loves the flooded board.
Attack.
He's not playing the Necronomicon. It just gets killed.
Yep.
Results.
That Bowman, like, it didn't see enough side decks, but it definitely is. Addition Destruction is going
It's
to affect
Addition
the meta.
Destruction. It's larger than Gretel's and Holy Wind Cats.
What's that about Iron Thunder? Played a lot of it.
Is that a Thunder on the season?
I think yes, and caked.
Costco.
Can I have cards in hand right now?
Yes.
Yes.
But not anymore.
Laura.
Laura
He
only-
wanted to have the,
No, he wanted to bait out the cake zone. So
Yeah.
So that
and he
could
went
tap out.
instantly
Yep.
for the Carmilla,
Yep.
cast it out. Yeah.
That
Well,
is-
you go for the bigger threat. And
Yeah.
he takes 3 because of 26.
Do you think it's worth it to take 3 here, or to just wait for a Necronomicon to be cast? Because now he's got
Usually it's
flames
15
in
rounds.
graveyard. He
I
can
mean,
just kill the.
He does, but the thing is Andy can still hold priority.
Yeah, that's true.
So
So,
he
never
can
gets the
yeah,
option.
he can cast Necro. Hold
So I guess
priority.
getting in for 3 is worth it for sure.
Yeah.
If it was a Thunder, it'd be a different story.
I mean, I don't know if I mean it's. I think the 300's worth it there. 'Cause
Yeah.
At the amount of board presence that he has on the.
He's the man. Somebody's gonna get you in it. That's him.
Ken with jokes.
Now, Seth could help on the recovery, but he still has to get some kills on the board too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
If Andy can clear a few things, then he can reverse it.
I'm
What?
cheating.
No.
Did you hear him? I'm cheating. I must be. Top deck Flame of the Outer World.
Oh,
He goes, that's insane. I must be
Wow.
cheating. And that is a lot of luck.
he's been top decking.
I'm
He's got
800,
no cards in hand. He's
18.
going to draw 2. Or he's attacking for 7.
No, he
Okay.
attacks for 7.
Yeah, I take advantage.
No, he drew
of
drew
it.
2.
two?
He
Okay.
drew 2.
I had lethal and I drew 2. Whoa.
I had lethal and I drew 2.
Yeah,
Lol.
I was like, I don't know.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
I don't know why that just happened. but
Okay, so how much was that total? He did
That's 8,
3, 5,
13,
I'm so depressed.
16, 19.
I'm so depressed. Go.
19. Oh, yeah,
But
he left the
he-
7 that he could have done with Scheherazade.
Yeah, but to be fair, we know Andy's hand there. He's kind of got to cast Necro and cast the Seth back out.
A couple of resonators at least, but that's at that little
He
life.
doesn't have a whole ton of mana.
Well, you
Little
Oh,
Prince?
Little Prince does add 1,000 life.
Throw cards.
that
Oh,
brings it
Ken
back
is
up.
so upset
Did
that
you
he
hear
didn't
Andy?
attack.
Andy just said
No matter
troll
what,
card.
I'm happy that just happened.
Yeah.
Ken
Just
is
make
so
Well, he's only
upset
playing-
that he
he's
missed the
playing-
lethal.
He's playing a 1 on
You have to have
a 1 of Little Prince.
Ken is so upset right now that he missed that lethal.
That is.
That is He's never gonna hear the end of that, especially if he
Especially
loses.
because it's
When he
being
comes back and
streamed
wins.
for so many people to
I
enjoy.
know.
Actually, I think I think the stream went down for a second, so
Oh.
everybody didn't see that he missed lethal.
Missed
Well,
lethal
we're
draw
telling
two.
them now.
Yes,
That's the
Cat
important
missed
thing.
lethal, and then Little Prince gained 1,000 life.
Which,
Right? We
yes,
need to
he
get
is
that
on
up there. We need to get him at
Yes, he needs to
1,700.
be at 1700.
Honestly.
Troll
I'm
card
gonna turn
beat.
button 0.
That helps.
He has.
Oh,
to-
he's
he
got
has
the
to
Zeeks,
use
yeah,
it.
he's got to.
Draw for magic.
There's the draw for his turn.
I cannot believe he missed that.
Before I unrest under this guy.
That should be.
Is that enough though?
No. it's not
5,
enough.
8 is 13.
It
No,
should
that's
be
enough.
because he had more than that before.
But
Oh,
he's got
he has
he
a lure in hand.
2 stones left.
he tried to thunder, but I guess he can still Grush Ballesta the blocker.
Well, no,
if he
he
needs
has
to.
his Laura in hand.
No, he can Grush Ballesta the blocker. He doesn't need. Are you talking about going to get Carmilla?
And Andy Tam
Yeah.
recognizes. Well, and
So
Despite
Ken
the
Tober
horrible
will be,
misplay into
our
Little
third
Prince.
player going to Japan.
all right, let's go look in.
That was an exciting match. We went into that really thinking Andy was going to take game 1, no
Yeah.
issue.
That blazer changed everything.
That blazer changed everything, and he will do that.
And his price will rise tomorrow.
Well, thank you for having me on the stream.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Sadly, we can't switch over to the finals or the grand finals, so they're still playing. We're not going to interrupt their game. But other than that, we'll bring Ken over, and talk to him for a little bit, and we're probably going to shut everything down. after we
Talk to
the
him about
winner.
his horrible misplay.
I'll go get him. You
All
guys
right.
have
Get
good.
him.